Hello everyone, welcome back to another tomato sauce stream. Today the plan is quite simple. We are going to max the GRF stage 1. We've been putting it off because we've been kind of busy over the last week and I didn't really on 3 different accounts want to just manually play through a bunch of games. So we basically avoided playing any real games and just using the NPCs to like slowly climb us up. So that's what we've been doing, because obviously we still want the daily rewards for playing the games, right? But we don't want to play it after we've already maxed, because then we're just kind of being very inefficient with it. But what that does mean is we still haven't played our brand new high-tech dragon deck. Now, the deck is quite similar to how it's always been, but we do have a new contact fusion. We do also have... Again, there's nothing like new outside of that, but people have started playing Pierce because it does work really well with the new contact fusion, and it can work really well with the original game plan, because you always wanted to have something to get to your opponent's life points. So either we were playing Curse, or we were playing Flip Dragon, or Flap Dragon, I forget which one flips up. But basically we can now just take that out and just put in Pierce, and basically have the same kind of game plan. So that is the goal. We're going to play some Uamu, we're going to enjoy climbing up the ladder. Again, I'm not a huge fan of Red Boot or the high-tech dragon deck. But the only reason I'm not is because the deck is like a mixture of degenerate playstyles, right? It has a load of burn damage, which like on its own is fine, right? A little bit of burn plus a load of like combat damage, fine, whatever. Then it also does a ton of mill, which the mill doesn't usually matter, so it's not really a huge deal, right? But the thing that really bothers me is this deck's game plan is basically OTK your opponent in one turn, hence O in OTK, the old one turn, or lose. I'm never a big fan of that style of deck. It's the same reason I don't really gravitate towards baseball. I don't really gravitate towards Miss Mutton, because a lot of those decks do kind of, although they do it in a slightly different way, they all still do the same thing, which is just, I want to just OTK my opponent, and if they have the back row specifically that stops me and I've got to get rid of it, I just lose. And I don't think that's a particularly engaging gameplay loop. But before we get into that, let's see what we have in the chat. We have Hikari in the chat with the first. It's very rare that Hikari gets in here with the first, so we'll go ahead and do an exclamation mark Hikari. Obviously everyone knows Hikari. Hikari's wonderful. Fantastic streamer, hosts the Galaxy Rush, and today was playing in Nanao's Point Battle, which was the last one, which is a bit of a shame. So Nanao does point battles leading up to the Goha Rush Festival. So about 2 weeks ahead of time, he starts doing them, and then he does them every single day until the second stage of the Goha Rush Festival starts, which again is tomorrow. So today was the last one, which is a bit sad, which means we're going to go back to not really having any Japanese point battles, which is, I mean, it's disappointing, right? But anyway, we were watching the stream for that, and Hikari just shows up on stream, queuing into Nanao, and absolutely destroys him, even though Nanao was playing the counter to Hikari's deck. So that was an interesting way to start the day. We have Rarity in the chat. Let's do an exclamation mark Rarity, and everyone should also know Rarity. Fantastic streamer, but doing a lot of Rush lately. Although I did miss, or I have been starting to miss the Vanguard stuff, because I also do really like the Vanguard stuff. Who else do we have in the chitty chatty? We have Bottlerworks. Hello, Bottlerworks. Welcome, welcome. We have Gunkin Suship Shari. Hello, Gunkin Suship Shari. We have King John. Okay, we kind of have a problem. Uamu doesn't have any lines for concurrent burst dragons, so I'm assuming those coming with her season 2 or 3 alt styles. I mean, potentially, right? We might just not get the lines. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna be in the minority here. I don't see concurrent burst dragon as like a big impactful Uamu boss, right? Now, should it have a line? Yes, right? It should have a line. But am I gonna be bent out of shape if it doesn't? Not really. It would be like if Udius didn't have a line for like Galactica Amnesia. I'd be like, neat. It's Amnesia. No one cares about Amnesia. You know, it's one of those weird ones where it's kind of a eh. We have a human Portuguese dub fan in the chat, Mr. Redfruit. Hello, hello. Oh my god, it's a human. A human is absolutely fantastic. We always love to see a human in the chat. Hikari is the real simp in this chat. Real. But outside of that, I do have a question. Despite it being almost 2 full years since it first made its appearance in the anime, why don't we have a physical copy of Transamu Diskarma Rhynak? To be honest, it's a fact isn't even that broken. I think they are just holding it so that when they release it in a product, that product will do very well, right? So they're probably holding it for like some sort of structure deck or like fancy deck or just a really impactful set that's going to have a big impact on the meta. I don't think they want to just like slap it in a box and just treat it like, oh, it's just a regular box and the face card is Diskarma, right? I think they probably want to do something big with it because it is the last like big card, I guess, from the show. Because we now, I mean, what else are we missing realistically? We're missing the OTS had the ritual, right? I think we're still missing that. There isn't a lot left from the show that we can grab from in terms of like big impactful cards, right? There's a lot of stuff from the show that hasn't been printed, but a lot of that is going to be very minor stuff. Like I would love it if the like dinosaur, like what were they called? Like the Gumpler kit dinosaurs, like if those got printed, I would be really happy, right? If the like tail, the cat with black and white tail or whatever it was, if those cards got printed, all from the Lugark, by the way, if all of those cards got printed, I would be really, really happy. But let's not pretend they're going to have a huge meta impact, right? Let's not pretend they're like cards that the whole player base as a whole wants to come out, right? It's really just I want them. I want them. I think it'd be really cool. We will continue Vanguard next week tomorrow. Excellent, excellent. I do really enjoy watching it. The only problem with the Vanguard streams is sometimes your streams start as I'm going to bed. So it makes it really difficult. Sometimes I'll just look, but sometimes, you know, you hit the pillow and you're gone. Sometimes I can like watch in bed and just look, but like it becomes difficult to like engage in the chat, which is a bit of a, it's just a time zone difference, right? That's all it really comes down to. Bruh, it's not 2 years old, bro's an infant. Sorry, I'm really bad at judging years. Actually, Outerverse and the Ultimate Trinity Stargazer are really the only ones left. Stargazer, I think, will... It's another one where it's like it's just kind of a huge deal. But I think it's probably a card that's not going to see a lot of play. I think Diskarma will see play. I don't think that one will, personally. We Dino was Voidvari to come. It would be great. Ultimate Trinity Stargazer. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Ultimate Trinity Stargazer. Maybe that's just me. We need UTS. Hello, Ninjetti Ursus. Welcome, welcome. Voice to text autocorrection, but thank you. Bam. Yeah, okay. With that all done, with all that said and done, I did actually want to ask you guys. So we're gonna do a little bit of yappy before we jump in. But I did want to know what you guys are planning to play in Stage 2 of GRF. Because there's the obvious ones, right? There's the, you know, oh, we're probably going to play a lot of Join Tech. Like, Hikari's been practicing Join Tech a ton, so I would be surprised if Hikari wasn't on Join Tech. We've had a lot of people play Music Princess, a lot of people have been playing Aqua, but I'm wondering if anyone's going to play anything other than those three, or if you're just going to stick to one of those three. I'm very curious what the chat is planning to do. But we will hop on over, and we will take a look at some of the bits and bobs. We do have something from OCG, which is a brand new card, Cut Your Way Through with Scissor Hercules. Scissor Hercules is a cool card. Obviously, this is based on... Actually, I think I have it. 1 second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We could do this. I have loads of just like old school cards lying around. So I come with props. Ah, there we go. Hercules Beetle. There he is. We have Hercules Beetle just sat around. So obviously it's a retrain of this guy. It's a bit blurry. I can't really get it in focus at the moment, but we do have a retrain. Which is, I mean, it's nice, and it does have a lovely line of text on it, which says, if there is a face-up Earth insect monster on your field, you can normal summon this card without a tribute. So this is just something that just every card seems to have now. Like Leogun in the last set also had this, where it's just like they keep wanting to print level 5s and 6s, and they go, nobody's going to tribute summon these guys out unless they're absolutely busted. So we're just going to keep putting this line of text on them. And we do see this a lot with boss monsters as well, like the level 7s and 8s. They do also have the line of text, which is like, you know, you could just get this out for a discount. And that's not too surprising. We've got a load of skills and Duel Links that do exactly the same thing now. It's kind of stupid, but I have Little Headcanon for UTS. It's just a constant universal card whose fusion materials vary on the 3 ace monsters of the group. I don't know, but I'll probably stick with Join Tech or Music Princess. Yeah, those are probably the safe ones, I think. I tried Monarch. Brave. I'm on vacation this weekend, so I can't play. Also, Hikari on Jointech and not Dark Galaxy. Fakes VJ fan. I know. Yeah, I will play Jointech. I want something pretty easy. Jointech, I think, if you are going to go really, really hard, and you don't want to, like, burn out, and you haven't, like, hard practiced a lot of the other decks, I do think Jointech is the safe option. It's very strong. It's very easy. You can win games very quickly. You can jam a lot of games and just kind of not burn out. So I do think that is a smart play, to be honest. I was ready to play Aqua, if only because it's fun. Well, Aqua, again, is also really, really good. The only issue, and I did say this in the video I put out yesterday, is Aqua games can sometimes take a long time, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if your win rate is really, really good. But if you kind of are creeping up on, like, the final hour or two, and you need to get a certain number of wins very quickly, like Aqua is obviously not going to be the way to go. Earth Insect, Master Duel PTSD. Dark Galaxy does not get a chance to top 1k. Dark Galaxy will probably get top 1k, right? I'd be surprised if it wasn't in the top 1000. But top 100... You know... like, for example, 3 characters outside of the Go Rush main characters were to have enough of a bond, it would get an Ultimate Trinity Stargazer with those characters aces rather than the Galactic Oblivion, Jointech Rex, and Blue Stars. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh! Which does seem like, you know, because of certain characters, stuff just gets to exist, right? So, yeah, I kind of get that. When will Hikari-chan use Dark Galaxy Queen return from the war? I'm practicing Aqua a bit just in case, but Jointech is supreme. Jointech is, like I say, I think Jointech is very strong. Personally, I don't... Alright, so I'm going to be quite busy over the weekend. So I'm not going to get a chance to play a ton. I'm going to try and get like 3 or 4 hours in a day. That is my goal at the moment. If I can get that, so between like 9 and 12 hours over the course of the weekend, I'll be quite happy. I don't think I'm going to push top 100 because it's one of those things. If I set a goal for top 100 and then I don't hit it, I'm going to be annoyed. But I'm not going to hit it primarily because I don't have the time. So I don't want to like set an unrealistic expectation. So I'm just going to like, we're just going to play. We're going to see how it goes. Because usually like with the WCS, I was sat comfortably top 10 Europe for like 2 days, right? But then I just couldn't play on Sunday. So absolutely fell out of it. And it's disheartening, right, to do so well and then just, for reasons pretty much out of your control, not be able to land it. And it's like, oh, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I like Aqua, but I keep having high-level accidents. The high-level accidents, man, they're everywhere. You can't run away from the high-level accidents. To be fair, Jointech also has high-level accidents. In some ways, Jointech should theoretically have more high-level accidents. Now, Aqua plays more spell traps, so you could make the argument, oh, you're not going to find as many normals, but the skill gets you a normal, whereas the Jointech skill can get you a normal. It won't necessarily get you a normal, and if your hand is, like, completely chock-a-block, you're also going to have a really difficult time doing anything with, like, one normal from the graveyard anyway. So it's like, it's a very awkward situation you find yourself in, as well as the fact that because Jointech is playing either Ancient Gear Golem or 2 copies of Shieldborn Kong, so it's either way, it's like 2 monsters that can't get the discount. It also does make things rather difficult, because if you do open a bunch of them, it really sucks. Like, it really sucks. A fair top 100 million. I don't think that's going to happen, Hikari. You know, they'll make it. They'll make it. Konami, please put Chrysaor or Ghost Cyclone on Unlimit. Nothing bad will happen, trust. I don't want Chrysaor Unlimited. I don't know. What is actually... Let's right, we'll get a quick pause on this. We're already kind of yapping. What is on Limit 3 that would break Chrysaor? Because, like, would you play Ghost Cyclone with Chrysaor? I don't know. Overrush Storm probably doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Star Trancer. There you go. This is the card. we got to the end of it. It's right next to it on this list. Yeah, we can't let one of these off. They both have to stay there together. Because in a way, it doesn't matter because you have the skill, right? So you're going to get the piercing anyway. But Star Chancer is just like an extra way to get piercing, so now you wouldn't necessarily have to play the skill. I think you still would, but it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Unlimit device. I don't know about that one either. I think device should be at more than 1, for sure. It should be like limit 2, I reckon. But I don't think it should be unlimited completely. The issue is, at what point can non-Dark Galaxy decks start using it? Because that was the fundamental issue we had, right? Chaos Galaxy existed. By the way, I'm not aiming for top 100. I will just play a bit. I still think Music Princess is the best deck overall. I think I am in agreement. Again, I put out the video yesterday. All my opinions they're there, right? They're there out in the open for everyone to see. But I do think Music Princess has a higher ceiling. But it can get tricky, right? The hands of Music Princess can be a bit awkward sometimes. But then again, they can also be awkward in Join Tech. Music Princess, again, has the same similar solution that Aqua has, in that you can search normal summons, because you can search Boton, which is also really, really good to unbrick yourself. So, it can be... It's a tricky one. It's definitely a tricky one. Now we're cooking. Music Princess is really good, but I don't like circulation builds. They use less low-level monsters. Well, it's because circulation is just so strong, right? That even if the circulation package can be, like, dead sometimes, or if it's very awkward to get off, just being able to draw 3, discard 2 is so good. Like, just having 3 graceful charities effectively in your deck is so powerful. I opened some games of 5 bosses. Join Tech plays 8 bosses. Exactly, the high-level accidents. They happen to everyone. I just remember Join Tech Ace Rex isn't printed yet for some reason. Almost everything else from the final arc has been printed, at least when it comes to main characters, but Ace Rex just gets left behind. I mean, they'll just make a big deal when it does come out, then. That's all it means. Something to look forward to. Probably because they're saving it. I feel like Bluetooth shouldn't be limit 3. Same for Zyphos. Zyphos, I think, could come off. Bluetooth is a weird one. So, the issue we have with Bluetooth is, when we do eventually get the Light Ray Dragon, Light Wave Dragon, I forget what it's called, the one that reduces your opponent's attack, but only during the main phase, it becomes really good. And if you have a skill that doesn't restrict you, you could just play both of those cards in any deck and just play it as like a good stuff deck. And then suddenly, Blue Fang becomes a monster that can punish your opponent for just leaving face-up attack position monsters on the field that have 3,000 or less attack. Which is pretty damn good, right? If you think about it, if we had the Light Wave Dragon and, you know, Blue Fang, just right now, like Join Tech, absolutely destroyed. Aqua, absolutely destroyed. Even Music Princess, which ends on a board of like a 3,000, a 29, and a 28 a lot of the time, they're still all under 3,000 or under, so they all just get popped again. So like Blue Fang, I think a lot of people look at this card and they go, right, in the current game as things are right now, this doesn't have to be limit 3, right? But I think going forward, eventually when we do get more of these really powerful cards, I think it is going to need to be limit 3, and I don't think they want to retroactively hit an UR. So I think they hit it way in the future, or way in the past, to like protect it from way in the future, right? It's very awkward, but like I think that's the way they do it. Again, it's because they don't like limiting box URs. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, nice equipped spell when you're milling nothing with the skill. Don't worry about it. Yaoi Galaxy needs to be a deck again. Well, it will. When Chaos Galaxy, like when the actual Chaos Galaxy cards come out, it'll be there. It'll be there. I feel like High Tech Dragon will break when Violet Scale comes out because, you know, by its effect, it's always more powerful than another card. So it's also a counter to Wish of the Outverse. The problem I have with that card is it's another one of those like weird situational cards that I'm not the biggest fan of. Like, it's not a game ender a lot of the time. It's like a very hyper-specific out to a big guy. It's not even like a board breaker. It's a very weird one. So I'm not the biggest fan of it personally. Though a simple White Spread could probably deal with it. Yeah, exactly. It has no protection. It has no like piercing, no double attack. It's just very kind of air. Alright, let's get through this quickly. So during the main phase, this card was normal or special summoned. So again, you could just summon it for free. Excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal them. Choose one level 3 or 8 Earth Attribute Insect Monster from among them and add it to the hand. Place the remaining cards of the bottom of your deck in any order. So this is one of those annoying cards where sometimes you'll use the effect and it will just whiff and it will just do nothing. But at least its stats are like okay, right? So like it's not awful. Although I don't know how much we're going to get out of that 2000 defense, since we have to normal summon it, not set it. So it's always going to come out in attack mode. It's an awkward one. It's definitely an awkward one. I do like the insects, and I hope they do well, but this card specifically I'm not sold on as being, like, incredible. Let's put it that way. And then we did also get a meta update from Japan, and this actually surprised me a little bit. There is a weird trend happening here, which is whenever the new product comes out, we keep seeing everyone drop the best decks of the previous format, which is very interesting to me. So in first place, we had Necromade. Second place was Vic Viper or Gradius, right? So that's actually taken the second place, which, again, on this pie chart, so this is Gradius, effectively, right? Now, Gradius is okay, but it's nothing, like, crazy, so it's a little bit surprising. Like, even in Duel Links, we've seen Gradius as being kind of eh. So it's interesting to me that Gradius has been performing quite well overseas, right? Obviously, this is OCG. But even with the OCG extra cards, what they're really getting out of having those extra cards is the Cyber Dragon package, which gets them a fusion boss, which, like, is good. I'm not going to, like, undersell it. The Cyber Dragon cards are really strong. But it's nothing, like, insane, especially considering, again, if we take a look at the decks that are here, we got Necromade, we got Gradius, we got Legend, we got Geas Dragons, Plasmatic Models, and then I don't know what Take Care is. But the point is, none of, like, the old formats here. Alright, we're in the ad break, so we'll wait for the ads to go away. We'll hydrate a little bit. Alright, that should be the ads over. But yeah, we don't have, like, Monarchs aren't here. Animagica isn't here. Chaos Ritual isn't here. Like, so many of the good old decks just disappear. And it's like, where have they gone? Why has everyone stopped winning with / playing the good decks of the previous formats? Very interesting. Yeah, sadly, the perfect Dragia start falls into that trap. And I would know, I've tried summoning that thing. If you have the materials, just summon the Trinity Dragia Star. It's better bang for your buck. Yeah, basically, right? If it isn't my favorite tomato. Hello, Victor. No Animagica list is wrong. Exactly. Howdy, tomato sauce. I mean, that is definitely not going to be the name of the of the viewers. I'll tell you that much. But hello, Manicus. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I mean, we haven't really got any new data to go over this, so that's kind of the yappy bit done, right? There wasn't a lot of stuff to talk about. We had, again, the collected data from the first week in Japan. But again, it's the first week, so I think it's not too surprising everyone's just trying out all the new stuff. So I don't think this is going to be super indicative. I do think Necromade is going to be a strong deck, though, for sure. For sure. So does it work? That's fine, Victor. Okay, I'm about to go on a rant. Give me a second to write all of this out. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, while you do that, we're probably going to hop into some games because we are kind of ready to jump in. So we'll go ahead and play our first game on the new list. I think it fits. I don't, you know. Alright. First game. Playing the new deck. We're playing against someone that is probably a big noob based on what they've got on their previous record, but we'll see. No skill. Okay, this might be very one-sided as we play through this, if we keep playing opponents like this, but we'll see, we'll see. Alright, let's see what he's got. Okay, why does the Versus Fusion exist? Seriously, in the intended deck it's being played in it, it literally sabotages itself and makes itself a dead card. Just use Dragon's Tribe Fusion for the same effect, or hell, one of the other Dragon Fusion spells. I mean, probably comes down to... It'd be really fun if we lose this duel, by the way. It probably just comes down to, like, anime-ness, right? They just want to have stuff for, like, cool scenes in the anime. That's why a lot of bad cards exist. But hello, Bismarck. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I think I got it out. There we go. Can I see the deck tomorrow? I mean, you can if you want. This is just, like, the tournament list that's been doing well. So I think this is the same list that Mono played. I think this is the same list that Ursa's played. If not, it's very similar. But yeah, this is the list. 23. Right, we need a boss. I mean, if we get a boss, we basically just win. So 5 dragons would also be cool, because we could just poly. That's not 5 dragons. Right, well, there is a boss. It's only one boss. Right, we'll grab this out from the deck. We don't need a fusion spell. So we're going to say no. We'll go 1, 2. Summon this out. Do we just activate this effect? I suppose we could do this. Activate its effect. Summon this. Activate its effect. There's no... If we pop 2, our double attack isn't going to matter. Is this... When does it get the double attack? Okay, it only gets the double attack if we discard level 7, so the double attack is irrelevant. So we might as well do this. I could fuse these two together. Just make this guy. Send a card, gain 15. So that goes up to, what, 45? So we get in for 22. And then we'd get in for 14. So that's, what, 36? The alternative is that I fuse into the other guy. Pop itself, pop that, get a 25, and that's, what, 39? I mean, neither plays, like, crazy good. The play would have been use Dragon's Burst Fusion, reduce the attack. That would have been the better play, I think. And then popped it with that. Right, we'll do this. We'll go 1, we'll go 2. We're going to make the contact fusion without contact fusing. Because we can still reduce this attack. We'll activate your effect. We'll send this. I could also change it to defense and pierce over it. I've got 45, 59. What is this on its own? This is what? 50... 59 minus 8. So this is lethal anyway, so I don't even need to do that play. Boop. Boop. Okay, we're fine. A little bit of maths needed, but we got there in the end. That was that it was printed. They play different lists by like 3 cards. There you go. I thought it was 5 dragons for a sec. I thought you had a boss, you could finish the duel. I mean, we did finish the duel. We had 2 different ways of finishing the duel. What more do you want, Victor? I thought you said that if you got that, you would do it. Does it? It's like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? To be honest, the only reason I could see them adding the restriction is to avoid a 7's Wonder Fusion. Yeah, I mean, 7's Wonder Fusion was absolutely busted. But again, I stand by 7's Wonder Fusion, when it came out, was fine. It was only OP because 7's Geas exists. If 7's Geas didn't exist, if all you could summon off of it was Master of 7's, or if you could summon, like, just Leopold, what, the, I forget what it's called. Chariot? I think it's called 7's Chariot. Just those would have been fine. But because you could summon out the I just win card, that's what made it really unfair. I can't do math. I mean, I can't do math either, Victor. I also cannot do math. I can also barely read. It's amazing. I can get out of bed in the morning and dress myself sometimes. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. To be honest, the only reason... sorry, I did not mean to put that twice. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. The first time I thought the message failed. Sometimes Twitch gets weird as well. Sometimes it'll be like, your message failed to send. And then it will send it anyway. And it's like, well, so I won't worry about that. I got to go, sadly, because I have issues at the moment of work at home. Thanks for stopping by, Victor. Okay, well, he's passed the turn. I don't think this hand can kill. Which is, like, potentially a little bit annoying. We grab this. Sure. There's no reason to have all of these bosses in hand right now, right? So we'll grab out you. Is there a specific order I need to do this in? I don't think it matters. We'll go Striping Wyvern. Activate the effect. Mill 3. I think it has to be Blue Fang. We go Booster. Activate Booster. We can summon out Beta. We'll go into this. And then it comes down to... Like, we're 100 off lethal. We'll send Pierce. Oh, he can't attack directly. That's good to know. And it cannot attack directly. There's this little line of text right there that specifically says cannot attack directly. But now that we've done it once, we'll know for the future. No, we're probably going to forget that again. Don't worry about it. To be honest, 7's Paranormal Fusion not being printed, I'm sure I'm fine with, because that is the most broken fusion spell I've ever seen. I mean, yeah, a lot of the stuff they just chuck in the anime just because it'll make, like, a cool thing, right? What? Is he... He passed the first turn, so he didn't want to play, I was assuming. I mean, has he got, like, an OTK hand? Can he just kill us? I mean, if he could just kill us, there was nothing we could do anyway, right? If he could change us into an insect, which this does not do, we're just discarding and drawing. That was just very inefficient. This is also very inefficient. Wait, didn't you have a way to turn me into an insect on Biomech Mantis? That you had everything you needed. Has he got another one? Is Tomato running the contact fusion? The contact fusion is on the board. This is the contact fusion. It's right here. Hello, Pokemastery. Welcome, welcome. You might need new glasses, friendo. That's fine. Okay. I mean, is there, like, a specific line I should be taking? I don't know what back row I want to even play around here. Behold, my red boot. We'll grab this from the deck. Sure. So if we do that into that... I guess I would want another normal, but I don't need one. I can just send this, right? We'll add this. Normal striping, no delay, activate the effect. 4,000 life points is going to make things difficult one way or another. So we'll go for this. We can add this back to hand. Go ahead and activate the effect. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go Booster Wyvern. Activate the effect to burn. You're not doing anything. We'll go Dragon's Boost Fusion. We go 1, we go 2. Summon out the big boy. We'll go ahead and mill. And then we'll go ahead and mill. We'll go ahead and use this. We just really put all of our... just put so many, like, good dragons in the bin. Okay, we'll just do that. Alright, so now the question is, do we play around Widespread? I think we probably do, right? So we're going to summon out Bluetooth. Go get him, champ. Okay, we're fine. Like, he passed the first turn and then started, like, trying to play the game. And then also, like, made a big mistake. I don't know. The other thing is, I don't think we're going to get replays from doing this, you know? I don't think it's going to happen. Outside of Russia, I've been experimenting with some shenanigans. Interesting. Particularly, I've seen number 79 number archive because that thing can summon any under 100 number. I don't really... I didn't play competitively during the Zexal period. I went back and played a little bit, like, casually, and I played Madolce, but, like, in terms of all the number cards specifically, I am, like, useless with, like, naming them and everything. Or, like, which ones are what numbers and everything. The saying is should have gone to Specsavers. So I've mostly been using it as a trip to Diamond Crab King on the opponent. Nice. Why do you hate Zexal? What's wrong with Zexal? Ah. This is a weird hand. I guess we're just going to do this and pass. Because like, we could get this out in defense, but it's just a 1500 defender. And now with this in hand, we guarantee we have skill activation next turn. Don't worry about it. Majority of them are some of the most forgotten cards in the game. Like, who remembers Crazy Box? Everyone remembers Crazy Box, but only because it's been used in, like, a lot of specific YouTube series. Is this a safe space, Tomato? I mean, it depends what you mean by safe space. Yuami's voice? What's to like about it? Oh, Yuma's voice. I mean, the Japanese voice, I think, is fine. And, like, it's one of those weird ones where, for me, it comes down to voice direction. I never want to, like, shit on a voice actor, because voice actors are just, like, they're doing their job. They're being, effectively, if they didn't like the voice or how they're doing the voice director would change it, right? But this is something I see a lot, where the English dubs, they make the kids more high pitch, whereas in the Japanese, a lot of the time they sound a lot more deeper, and that makes them seem more serious, right? Alright, we'll go ahead and use this. We'll reveal this. We'll grab this. Do we want the other fusion? Doesn't really get us anything, so I'm probably going to say no here. We'll go for striping. Activate the effect. We'll special summon this out. We'll Pierce ready to go. We'll go Booster Wyvern. Activate Booster Wyvern. We'll go 1. We'll go 2. Summon this out. Then we'll summon out Phoenix Dragon. Activate the effect. Send this. Grab this back. Activate the effect. Send this. Activate Pierce. Now, the only issue with this is that's probably a Clayman. Hey, it's not a Clayman. What list are you playing? Is this just a pile of stuff? Because, like, the skill was Rush on Excavator. Kids are supposed to be high-pitched, though. Right, you're not wrong, right? You are absolutely correct. The problem is when the original source material has a lot of the characters sounding very serious, right? When it's like, you know, we need to save the world. And then you go to the English version and it's, we need to save the world. It's like, it doesn't quite match. Now, in terms of like being localized, it does sort of make sense. But it doesn't match the original tone of the source material. Now, you could make an argument the source material was a manga, so there isn't a voice, right? But that's why people tend to prefer the subs, because the voices are what they prefer, right? Don't watch the dub, so it's not my problem. And there you go. Grr. In my opinion, it's weird how some of the kids sound like they're 30 in Japanese. Yes, that is weird. But it also makes them sound badass. And a lot of the time, that's what people want, right? Because the other thing is sometimes it gets a bit blurry. Because, like, Jaden is, like... He's not, like, young, but he's also not, like a late teenager. But he comes across as, like an edgy 18-year-old by the time you get to the third season, right? So... main reason I'm writing all of my characters in my series above the age of 7. I mean, there you go then. The youngest dog goes 10. Nah, they have usually delicate voices, but they don't destroy your ear. That's it. Well, that's the thing, right? I think It's like Yugi's voice. Dan Green doing the soft Yugi voice. I think that is a good young voice, right? It's enough that it can get like emotional. It sounds like a young boy's voice, but it's not like grating, right? English yuck. Granted, when you're writing a series which is basically GX Exos, can only make the characters have unique decks to avoid comparisons. I mean, ideally, right? What are we doing with this hand? Okay. Well, we're going to reveal this. We're going to grab this to hand. We are going to use the effect. I think we're just going to send Pierce. And I really want to get this in my hand, I think. Because otherwise we can't really do much of anything. So we'll go Striping, no delay, activate Striping. Summon this out. We'll go ahead and activate the effect and pop your guy. We'll summon out Booster Wyvern, activate its effect. We'll go into Concurrent. I think we're just going to set both traps and go to battle. Okay. So we've got both traps online. I'll tell you what, though. We've really been struggling to find, like, an OTK line in any of these games. We're not opening double boss very often. And we're also struggling on normal summons occasionally. They didn't even use Asana's free maximum summon. It's not a free maximum summon. You just add the maximum to your deck. So you still have to draw out all the pieces. Third season where he turns into the Supreme King or fuses with Yubel. Yeah, after he fuses with Yubel. I guess, like, when he fuses with the Supreme King, he's fine. But then again, I think Jaden is one of the better voices from the English dub anyway. Like, Jaden's voice never annoyed me. Yusei was, like, pretty good. The only thing I have bad to say about Yusei's English voice is I can't hear it and not go, that's Tristan. It's Tristan. And I'm like, I wish I could unhear Tristan, right? But I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It's still Tristan in there. But, like, his English voice is good. I think Yuma was the first one where I was like, ugh. And then Yuya as well. As soon as we went into Arc 5, I was also like, not a fan. Not a fan. Hello, Mr. Tomato. How are you today? Hello, Penguin. Welcome, welcome on in. I'm doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We don't have a ton of time today. That is the only negative. I guess I'll trap hole this. I don't know. I feel like these aren't real duels. No skill. Random pile of stuff. We gotta beat Sky Dragon. I mean, I guess we play around what we can. So we'll go Supersonic Fusion Enhancement. We'll reveal this. We'll grab this. Sure. We'll send this to the bin. We'll grab this out. No, I should have sent anything else. Literally anything else would have been better than sending that. We weren't thinking, but it's fine. We'll go Booster Wyvern. Booster Wyvern. We'll tribute both. This at least threatens lethal. Alright. No trap cards. Excellent. Echo Heroic Champion. The disparity sounded weirdest for 7s to me in Japanese. 12 years old sounding 3 times their age. Yes. Like, there was a big difference between... Like, Yuga for me was like a big one. Because Yuga in the Japanese is like, alright guys, let's do this. We're gonna try and... we're gonna try and create rush duels and have a great time. And then in English it's like, come on guys, Luke's my best friend. We're gonna go and make rush duels. And it was like... Again, it makes sense, right? In terms of being localized, that is what someone of Yuga's age would sound like. But it just doesn't match, like we say, the tone of the original. That's the difference, right? Celeste, Butter Spy, Onomat, Mori Galaxy Eyes, Maya Level, a Dragon Spam. The main excuse for those two is they are likely descendants of Kite. Well, there you go then. Booster Wyvern sounds like something that should be in Varus's deck. I mean, it kind of is, right? Oh, this might be a real duel. We might have a real duel. I'm pretty sure it just adds 3 maximum pieces to your hand when I auto-duel the event NPCs. So when you're playing against the NPCs, they have a skill that adds it to the hand. The same one that you have when you duel against them. If you play as Asana, you'll get that. You can't use those in PvP. So for PvP, the skill that he had there was add it to the deck. It's just the generic rush on skill. Do we care about fusion? We will. We'll maintain the fusion. We'll discard the pierce. Okay. Only 6 cards in extra. 40 card deck. Summons out Boton. I was happy when we got Jack Atlas and Arc V. Yeah, I was also really excited for that. For me, that was like one of the better moments of Arc 5. Because like there was a lot of ups and a lot of downs with Arc 5. But Jack Atlas coming back, I think, was one of the high points for me. Because everyone loves Jack. Jack's great. Why have we summoned Trumpeton for? Okay. I don't know why we made a weaker board. I guess because we wanted the mill? And I got my hopes up this would be a real duel, but... Where the boss is at, yo? We don't even have enough low levels to, like, do a play. I mean, what do we even do with this? I mean, I guess we're going to use our curse, because otherwise it's just going to be rotting in our hand. Whoa! I guess we set this. Go get him, champ! Now, the main issue is Ballet is now on. Now, we'll probably be fine, because we have Shady. But Ballet is on. Well, he needs 1 more monster in the graveyard, but he has 2 material to make Orchestra. Bro, you can't also be bricked. Yeah, that's fine. I will allow the Trombo. I will also allow the King Tiger, or the All-Seeing White Tiger, not King Tiger. So you're going to change this to defense, I would assume, so you can clear the board. I really like the Portuguese dub voices of Sevens. They sounded younger, but more like in the tone of JP, in my opinion at least. Well, that's good. I will say, if Yuya's English voice actor toned down the goofy voice a lot more, he would have been good. The problem which also appeared... Again, the thing to remember is it's never the voice actor's fault, right? It's always realistically the voice director's fault, more than anything. Like, the voice actors are just like, they're being directed, they're being told what to do. Alright, here comes Ballet. This is fine. Because now he also won't have enough in the graveyard to use a second Ballet. At least not right now. Full orchestra, the music fiend. Do that one, and we'll do that one as well. I'll also take my 15. Thank you very much. Wait, what else have you got in there? Oh, we do have another... I didn't even realize we had another 2 in there. Okay. Snuck that one past me. Well, this is fine anyway. Like, this isn't doing anything, right? You're popping a card that was dead anyway. You're still only clearing 1 monster. There's no reason to not hit the face down. Okay. Alright, can we see a boss? Okay, we found a boss. We can maybe now play the game. Okay. We'll go ahead and use the skill. We'll reveal this. We grab this. We know that one of them is 1,000 defense. Realistically, we're not OTKing. We are going to have to clear both of the monsters, which means we are going to want But we can't get 2 attacks as is. Getting the field spell, it doesn't get me anything. So I don't think we use this effect. It's awkward. It's very awkward. So we could just summon, tribute both for that, then hold that in case we get something, I guess. Right, so summon this, see if there's a delay. No delay. Tribute 1, tribute 2, to summon out this guy. Summon Booster Wyvern. Activate Booster Wyvern. The issue is, where does this go? Like, it doesn't really go anywhere. We also can't set a back row in the current situation. Because he'll pop it, gain the attack and attack over us. God, we just have, like, nothing going on here. We have nothing we can bring back with that either. So we'll activate this. There's literally no point in holding on to Shady. I think we just have to set this. We activate Pierce, because why not? We only get 1 attack, so it doesn't matter what we hit. We might as well hit this one, because then he can't change its battle position, and then that's it. That turn sucked. We had nothing to do. Is this deck actually good, or do people just sack with it? Because, like, I don't know, man. that turn didn't feel great. We might actually lose to this guy, who's playing very badly. Synchro arc is still a bad arc. I think, overall, if we take the entire arc in its totality, yes, I would agree it is the worst arc. For me, it's that arc, then probably the fusion. I don't know, Xyz is... All 3 of the, like, different dimension arcs, they all have a problem, right? None of them are perfect, by any stretch. They all have, like, a really cool bit, and, like, also a really bad bit. Did you change your mat and sleeve for my redeem before? Probably not, but this is... The thing to remember is that if we were using... Like, last stream we were playing with no mat and no sleeves, right? But this deck is one that was there before that deck existed, right? No real duels until 80 at least. I mean, we might lose here. Because we're drawing really badly. Which is not great. I mean, as is, right now we're taking what? 29? Assuming he has another normal? Okay, so we're taking 29 here. So we're still not, like, in danger of dying, but we still need to draw a good hand, right? 6 card extra can't be real, dude. I mean, he had a 40 card deck as well, but like, if we're just drawing really badly, we can't beat a bad deck. I don't know. Why are you attacking with that? What did you think the defense was going to be? A Clayman? All right. Right, we have 2 bosses this time. We'll grab the one from deck. Do we discard a card to get the spell? Does getting the spell do anything here? We're not going to use it, so no. We'll summon out Striping. No delay. Activate the Striping effect. Summon out Blue Fang. I guess we're just going to fire off the Blue Fang effect. I don't see a reason not to. Oh, there was a reason not to. It would have been more damage. Did we just throw? Yes. That was going to be lethal, and now we don't have lethal. That's fine. My brain went, oh, I can clear. Does this change that? If we summon this, an extra 900 damage. Swinging over this is going to be... Oh, it's going to be exact lethal with just these. So we shouldn't have to worry. But we'll see. Go into concurrent. Activate the effect. Discard this. I think we are going to set this. Okay. Oh, is this Music Princess's recital? No way. No way. Saved by recital. Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you. There is a chance we still just die here. I was not playing around Recital, I can tell you that right now. Brain dead deck, by the way. I mean, the deck... Yeah, I haven't made any, like, big... I mean, what would the difference have been? I could have got an extra 1400 damage in, is the difference of, like, not popping the monster. So it still wouldn't have been lethal either way. It's still a brain dead deck. The Gradius Slander. I'm also not getting any results with the deck. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think this is a sacky deck. I think it's very sacky. If you just draw really well, you can just OTK out of nowhere. And if you draw regular, the deck's just kind of bad. That's how I'm kind of feeling. Which makes me feel better that I put it in tier 3. A better line with the old Blue Eyes Fusion and Striping Wyvern. So if we went for the old one, we could have popped a monster. Yeah, but then we don't threaten lethal. So, like, that's objectively worse. Like, in every way. Did you play Digimon last week? Did we play Digimon last week? No. We didn't play Digimon because we had the new box, so we're playing the new decks for that instead. But hello, Stuff Morning. You just sack with high tech for sure. It's not that good. Yeah. I mean, again, we probably still win here. We just need to find some bosses, and like we're probably still fine. But we shouldn't be struggling, and we are. All right. Supersonic Fusion Enhancement. Reveal. Grab this from the graveyard. Summon Beta Burn. No delay. Summon Booster Wyvern. Activate Beta Burn. This is just on field, right? Yeah, okay. Just making sure. I tribute 2 monsters. Then I activate the Affected by Red Boot Boost Dragon. Now I can send all of these cards back into my deck. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'll just wait for this. Any time now. Alright, Booster Wyvern. EK. Yup. Was it going to be lethal at that point anyway? We had lethal on board if you didn't have a trap card. What are you talking about? I still wish there was a way to disable all animations. Yeah, I mean, I would love it. At least just speed it up. Like, just fast forward it. On an earlier turn? I don't think there was, because he had 2 set monsters, one of which had 2900 defense, a 2900 attacker. So if we go for the 3000 attack boss, we didn't have another monster. I suppose we could have had another monster. Pop that monster, pop another, then attack over the other one. I mean, that's fine. Well, that doesn't exactly put us in a better situation, is the thing. I don't remember for sure if you had the fusion. Well, the fact that we drew out both fusions at the end tells me we didn't. So we would have had to use the skill. But the skill could have got us the fusion. But we would have been down another card, is the issue, right? Because in order to get the fusion to hand, we would have had to send something else. Alright, Hero Rush Rising. Sends the Argent. He got a +2 off of the Argent, by the way. Bro is absolutely in the driving seat of this game. This is his game to lose right now. What do we need to OTK him? I would need another level 7 dragon. And then maybe we can OTK. We're going to go for the turn 1 Flame Wingman. The turn 1 Flame Wingman! Okay. I'm trying to walk through the line. So I need... The skill gets me the other fusion material. We could discard one of the traps, grab... yeah, it would theoretically work, but it depends on the stats of his cards. Right, that's not doing it, I'll tell you that. Didn't even go into Flame Wingman. Bruh. Is there a reason to send one of these traps to the graveyard? Thins out the deck a little bit. It doesn't really do anything for me. I could get the extra guy to get out the... I'll tell you what, we will. We'll send Shady. And we'll grab out Striping, because this does make getting our boss out slightly easier. And then we get more bodies. Because without it, we have to just summon, tribute this out, and it doesn't do anything, right? We did get another boss in the bin. It doesn't really change anything, but it is there. No reason to not do this. So now we get to play the Miracle Fusion game. Right, we're always doing this. I think we're going to get rid of Beta Burn. And we're going to set Shady. Because the only thing that really badly threatens me here is Shining Flare. So we're going to have the out to Shining Flare ready to go. And we'll see what happens there. I think because... Right, if he has a single Clayman there was no OTK line either way, right? Yeah, so there was no way to OTK him last turn, even if we did draw another level 7. Let's see what he does. Hero Rush Rising. Okay, he's going to reduce our attack down. I mean, not a lot we can do about that. He can grab back the fusion spell. Yep. Good, good, good. Where are we going with this, though? We're going to activate Pot of Greed. Okay, okay. Another plus. He has had 2 fantastic turns, by the way. I wouldn't have personally made the burst. I would have gone into the Flame Wingman turn 1, because it just sets you up to get the Shining Flare and potentially a double Shining Flare play, but... Starry Start. Okay. After getting back the fusion. Unless we didn't get the fusion from Grave. We didn't. We're on double fusion, and we left one in Grave. Okay. Where do we go from here? We get out the Burstinatrix. Takes back the fusion to hand. Flips up Spork Boy. Avian Spell Tactics! Okay. So this is... We might just be dead. If he just goes Avian, Fusion... We already know he's got the second Fusion. So it comes down... If his hand is Avian, Fusion, Fusion, Miracle Fusion, we are just dead. I mean, we know 2 of the cards in his hand are... I was so excited. And then you summoned Tantalum. I was like, bro's gonna pop off. And instead Tantalum. Bruh, this deck, bro. What is this? Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. This deck needs more normals, bro. It needs more normals. This is not the first time this has happened. There's no real reason to grab one of the fusion spells here. We can't use it. So the question is going to be, is it worth using Phoenix Dragon to get a dragon for next turn? Probably. So we'll get rid of one of these Pierce spells. It's not doing anything for me. We'll grab back Blue Fang. We'll go into Booster Wyvern. We go 1, we go 2, summon out the boy. There is a delay. We're going to activate the effect. Pop all of these back. We'll set. We'll set. We'll go to battle and we'll swing. Okay, so we know 2 of the back row are fusion. That is all we know. Pierce kind of bricky? It is, but I mean, that's how the deck wins, right? Alright, Elemental Cirque. Send and draw 2. Okay. Sends another Clayman. Okay. So the two back row are probably both fusions. Summon out Argent. Do we hit this? No, I think we don't. Because again, it's the fusion material that's going to mess us up. More than anything else. 2, 3, 4. Gets a +1 off the Argent. That's fine. Star restart. Okay, so we're going to have more information to work with. Okay. Avian Spell Tactics. Is he going to win the 50-50? He loses the 50-50. Does he have another Avian Spell Tactics? It'll be his last one if he's got a third. Pops that back. Okay. Really wants the second burst. Alright, we trap hole here. We know one of the cards in his hand is Sparkman. So it comes down to, is the last card in his hand another Avian? Makes room. Reduces our attack. Grabs the fusion. Again, nothing really changed here. Miracle Fusion. Okay, so Miracle Fusion. This is just lethal, right? This has got to be lethal. His graveyard is packed. I don't know, man. This deck feels kind of ass. Wait, what? Oh! He didn't make the Flame Wingman turn 1 and he's now getting punished for it. Bro, we should be dead. Oh, no, he's got a second fusion. He's got the second fusion. This should still be lethal, right? Even without the extra 16 from Spark, this should still just be lethal. There's no way this isn't lethal. Yeah. This is like giga lethal. This is what, 7,000 damage? 4,000. So it was 6. Yeah, 7. Was that 7,000 exactly? Yeah, 46 plus 24. Well, that feels kind of bad. I mean, do we change some of this deck? Because this feels bad. This just feels really bad. I don't know how this deck topped. I mean, I lost to this deck a bunch because they just drew the combo every turn. We're not drawing the combo like at all. Alright, this is meme, I think. I think realistically, we want Pog. Because this is not meme. The trap cards aren't helping us a ton. These aren't doing too much either. What was the list that Ursus? Because I think this is the mono list. I really think this is just really bad. Let's take a look at High-Tech Dragons. Let's look at the Ursus build. What's the differences? What are the differences? So we're playing Luster Dragon. I mean, the monster lineup is very similar. This one plays Back Row Hate, which I think is going to be better. What I want is like more monsters, more than anything. Am I blind? Where's Dragon? I am blind. It's right at the top. What do we even want? Can't play Limb 1. Oh, because of this asshole. But this card just feels so ass. We never... The issue is, we never have 5 dragons. There has not been a single game we've played today where we've had 5 dragons. So it just feels ass. It's like if you really, really sack, you can use it. But hello, by the way, Voltwell, and welcome. You can't play Pot of Greed. The fusion's limit 1. Don't play a Legend spell then. I mean, we want something. We just want more bodies, I think, more than anything else. Star Replacer isn't useful here, right? Can't summon from hand or graveyard. So that's not too bad if we don't use Wyvern's effect. And if we're using Star Replacer, we won't be using Wyvern anyway. This deck doesn't summon from graveyard at all, right? Oh, it summons from graveyard with Enhanced Burst? I don't think that matters, though. Reincarnation? Reincarnation's just a straight -1, though. And the biggest problem we've had with this deck is not having enough cards. So I don't think that's going to be useful. Like, in some situations, I think it could be really helpful, but I think most of the time it's not going to be. Pot of Avarice? Pot of Avarice might actually be the way to go. It's a weird one, though, because obviously we want to be shuffling all our cards in every turn, but quite often we do end up with a graveyard full of monsters, so I don't even think it's the end of the world. Ugh. Oh, I don't really like the look of any of these, if I'm being completely honest. Try that one silly level 4 dragon with the Blue Eye structure deck. What, the Soul Drake that can resurrect the concurrent? I don't know how I feel about that. Where is he? This one. I mean, 600 defense isn't the worst thing in the world. The worst part about this card, I think, is how often are we going to have this plus 2 other level 4 or lower effect monsters? That is the problem we've been running into. Your level 7 and lowers can't attack. That shouldn't matter. This really leans into we got out a concurrent and then we don't win on that turn. I don't really hate the Star Replacer, to be honest. My list has Avarice, but there's no specific card choices that make it much easier to use in my list compared to this, I feel. I think it revised the fusion. You have to believe. I mean, the issue is, what should be happening is we summon the fusion and then we win the game. But that's not been happening, right? That's the issue we've been having. Replace it is the best advantage low level the deck can play. Yeah, that's what I think. I think this is probably the best one I can go with. I don't hate this as a list. Maybe we get rid of this as well. I don't know. Right, so Curse is really good if you go second or if you can force out a trap. I just want more normals at the moment. That's kind of where I'm leaning. Maybe we'll take out one of these and we'll go for a couple of these. Because I think getting rid of back row is also going to be quite important. Let's try this list. Let's try this. Because again, we just lost the game that we really shouldn't have lost, right? Like, we shouldn't be losing to that. Let's jump in with this. Dragorite is the best dragon. Any Dragorite fans in the chat? We just need to make sure if we do play Replacer, we need to remember that we can't use Blue Fang Enhanced. That's the big thing. But I don't think it matters anyway. We're barely summoning Blue Fang Enhanced. Alright. We're against, I can only assume, Metarian. Let's see what bro's got for us. Alright. Let's put our desk back into seated mode. Let's bring my chair over. What do we want to do with it? We're just getting all the trap cards in the world. We have no way to get piercing or to change the battle position, so going into the red boot play doesn't seem like it's particularly worth it here. Either way, we activate the skill, because it gives us the extra plus. I don't see a point to use the rest of it. I kind of think we just go for like a low-level push here. We'll go 1, 2, activate, activate. Set 1, set 2. We're probably going to set this as well. And then we'll just hit these. Assuming these are 500 defenders, we just get rid of some of his resources. We have the trap cards, so we should be like in an okay position. The most annoying thing you could do is summon out an actor and then flip over double back row pot. That would be very annoying. Replace to stop striping also. Yeah, it shouldn't matter, right? Because we shouldn't be using both in the same turn. Yeah, exactly. If you have striping, you shouldn't need the replacer anyway. But already we've managed to assemble 3 monsters, so already I feel better in this list. This is fine. I think we want to try and hold the trap hole for a leading actor. It's a little bit greedy, but I really want to get maximum value out of it. Oh, yeah. You fell right into my trap. Tournaments today? If there is a tournament today, it would be a Quantum Rush. But I don't know... Because I know Quantum's going on holiday at some point. I don't know if he's gone on holiday yet or not. Alright, restart comes down. This is a very expensive restart because we don't have the fusion. So we're -1ing. Here comes the boy. Now, he's going to flip over back row hate and I'm going to be a little bit sad. I knew I was going to be a little bit sad. I knew I was going to be a little bit sad. If that's a fusion, and that is a fusion material. That's a fusion material. Is the last card fusion. Okay, we're going to use the script, so we're going to get the fusion either way. Which means we still don't know what that back row is. What are the likely... It could be another Barrage of Steel, and he was just trying to get really greedy holding it, and he was going to probably use it off of leading actor. It could be another Star Restart. Okay, Victor gets a free pop. Nothing we can do about that. But we're in an okay spot with this hand. But we got the skill activation for next turn. It was TSA. Type change beam one time. I mean, if it was type change beam, we'd be in an okay spot because we... Like, type change beam realistically would only matter if it's going to be an Assura Star OTK. 800 attack points off. Oh no. Alright, use the effect. Pop my guy. Yeah, swing over that. 22. That's not bad. I mean, we can easily out this with basically what we have. Like, this on its own gets us skill, which means we can... I guess we can only summon in defense. We already have that, though, so we can go to the big guys. He's only got one monster, so there's no reason to do anything super fancy here, right? We probably just go for the big guy. Go from there. There's no, like, big fancy play that I can see, so we'll start with this. I'll reveal my red boot. We'll grab this. What do I not need in this hand? Those two... Doesn't really change a ton. So we might as well get rid of a booster wyvern, I think. I'll grab this. I mean, maybe I should have grabbed the other one, actually. So you can think I could do two... but then again, we only needed one fusion to do this play, so I think this is fine. So we go striping, activate striping. Summon this out. We can flip this up. It's only the turn you normal summon it. Boo. Alright. We'll go ahead and burn. We'll go Dragon's Boost into this. Summon out the big boy. Activate the effect. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it should have been 9. I forgot it was 7. I forgot it was 9, so that should have been an extra 400 damage. Watch me lose by 400 as well. Or fail to kill by 400. Grab this. Summon out Booster Wyvern. Activate. Then we just do this, right? I mean, we don't need to, but we're going to. I'm going to summon out Blue Fang. Okay. I mean, we had Giga Lethal, so we're fine. But, like, we still should have remembered it was 9. I think we did the same thing in a previous game. We didn't catch it either. 10 million ways to lethal. Yeah, it's... The thing is, I haven't played this deck a ton since... I mean, that was actually the first good replay we've gotten. So we'll take that one. Yeah, I haven't played this deck in a long time. And I didn't really... As soon as it became a fusion deck, I didn't really like it. So we haven't really, like, memorized any of the lines or anything. We're just kind of playing it by ear. Alright. Let's see what our next opponent has for us. It's Immy and Mimi. Playing an Archive skill. Okay. These are certainly cards. I guess we're just going to do this and pass. If we have to discard, we have to discard. But we'll see. I think it's unlikely he's going to force Shady. But we'll see. We'll see. If he does something like really scary, obviously we're going to have to. But Flying Kamakiri number 2. Slow down there, chump. What are we doing here? Tribute. The Flame Cerberus. I remember back when people used to unironically play this in meta decks. I mean, it was basically just the Noodle deck, but... You gonna hit me in the face? Come on. There you go. 21 to the dome. Alright. 2 15s, which means if we draw another level 7, we have lethal. Okay. Let's do it. We go 1. We add. We'll apply the additional effect. Send this. We'll grab this. Oh, we're in the ad break. We'll wait for the ad break to go away. We got time. We got a million years. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back from the ad break. We'll go ahead and use Striping. Wyvern. Now we just need to remember to not use its effect. We just need to not pop the board and we're fine. Activate Booster Wyvern. We can go into Le Bleu Fang. Activate the effect. Send this to the bin. Go to battle. Swing over this. And swing over this. Mind you, it was lethal even over the Serb because of the 600 burn. So. Drowning. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Alright. We just go again. We just keep going. We just keep going. I mean, we need to max, right? So, like, this isn't a complete waste of time, but, like, I would like to be getting some replays. Alright, Nail Sionji. Playing an actual nail skill. Okay. 3 cards in the extra deck with a nail skill. What are you doing, sir? Still in the draw phase. Starts out with the turn 1 Pot of Greed. Let's see if he can empty the hand. Or if he's just lost value on the Pog. Chaos Femtron. Maximum Ragnarok. It's been a while since we've seen Maximum Ragnarok. Did they buff this skill a while back and just no one played it? I don't think so. This looks the same. Okay, Yggdrago has hit the board. 2 cards in hand. I'm guessing he opened a lot of high levels? Go Blue Fang. We'll grab this. We'll use the additional effect. I'm going to send this to the grave. I think here I am just going to grab the Dragon's Boots fusion. Summon out Striping. Activate the effect. Summon this out. Add this back. We can summon out Booster Wyvern. Activate Booster Wyvern. Alright, so I mean, what do we want to do? Do we just activate the fusion spell? Reduce the attack, swing over? Summon out Beta Burn? Let's get another little bit of burn in. I think we're going to do this. I really don't know which one I give a shit about. I mean, this is protected a little bit. Go get him, champ. Okay, we got him on 14. We should be fine. Hey, Hunter. Welcome, welcome. They did not buff Ragnarok now. They buffed the 2 other ones, I think. The buff it got was to play some of the higher defense guys, like Seed Crotro. Oh, right. So they did change it, but like barely anything. Did anyone even try the Cyberse fusions? I mean, I think a couple of people did do some like tests with them, but they're just not good enough, unfortunately. Concurrent was lethal there, assuming no back row. How was Concurrent lethal? Oh, because the extra 15. Because I could have discarded one of these. Yeah, you're right. In my head, I was like, well, I can't do any... In my head, I guess I wasn't thinking about the debuff on top of summoning Concurrent and getting the boost off of that. Activating Talismanic Seal Array. Okay. Watch me lose this game now. Watch me not draw a boss and I just can't out the 4,000 max and I lose. I mean, if we draw any boss, we should be fine. Like, any boss does it. Okay. So we'll go ahead and use the skill. Reveal. Grab this back from the bin. Activate the effect. Don't think it matters. We'll send that. Grab back the striping. Summon the striping. Summon this. Grab this back again. Summon Booster Wyvern. Activate the effect. What even is this one? Oh, it's Red Boot. I mean, we have like just 100 ways to win, right? So... Can we actually use your effect to win? We can just destroy one card on either field, yeah. Okay, we'll go Dragon's Burst Fusion. Go 1, 2, summon this. So I like the idea of actually using this effect, because this is something I barely ever get to use. Get out of here! And Booster Wyvern too. You're getting Booster Wyvern? I don't know. I think, obviously, like, we're just ripping through a lot of these players because, you know, it's people still playing stage 1, right? But this deck really doesn't feel like anything crazy. And I feel like, again, if anyone just has a trap card, almost any trap card, we're going to really struggle to kill them. And an OTK deck that struggles to kill does not fill me with confidence. Okay, so... probably Aqua? Let's see what they got. Imaginary... What are we doing here? What skill would you play Metarian with Immy. Like, what have we been cooking? Ah. At least I got to keep my beta burn. Suddenly, all of the bosses. Okay, let's flip. We'll Dragon's Inferno first, just to make sure everything's very safe. Like, yeah. We'll do this. We have Avarice. Let's send a Blue Fang. I mean, I basically need this. I can't afford to get one of these. Then, ideally, we get a lot of mills of monsters. Or a mill of a monster. Activate the effect. Okay, we milled a monster. And that was actually really good. Okay, how do we want to go about this now? So if we go into that, we could quite easily do that line. So it will depend what we get off of that. If we do that. We don't have the Pierce, but we can use the effect to get another boss out of our hand if we want to. I don't think it's necessary, though. Let's summon this. We will summon this. We will grab this. So this is a little bit awkward because I really want to get another monster in the graveyard. Because I could just summon this and then contact fuse. Or just I could just not contact fuse. Just pop his other guy. Then I could activate and see where we go. Okay, we'll go summon, activate Booster Wyvern. We'll go Dragon's Burst. We go 1, we go 2. We summon this out. Yes, I would love to reduce the attack of this monster. We'll go Avarice and just put, like, everything back in. We just want a normal summon. 2 normal summons would be great. I mean, it is what I asked for, so I can't be upset. I'm going to attribute these to summon this. I'm going to activate your effect. We're going to send this. Activate your effect. Put back 4. Hello, JD Scrub. Welcome, welcome. Set, go to battle, swing. Boosh. Boosh, and boosh. Okay, we beat the Immy Matarian. We managed it somehow. Whoa, that was it's very uphill. Tomato, have you tried any deck with the Shady Harvey combo pop? I mean, we tried it out when Shady came out. So I really like Harvey, right? I think Harvey's just a really good card. The primary issue that I've been having with it is sometimes it's really hard to fit it into a deck. Between, like, skill restrictions and always wanting to be at 30 cards to maximize, like, efficiency, there's not always a lot of room for a Harvey. Okay, we got another Immy with an archive skill. Right, well, we don't have Pierce. If our opponent leaves 2 1500 or... I guess... What's the best it'd be? 1700? I guess? No, 18s? 2 18s in attack mode. I don't think he's going to leave 2 18s in attack mode. Okay. Well, there isn't a world in which we don't do this, so... Reveal. Add this. We can use this to send this and grab this. We'll summon out Striping. Activate the effect. We'll summon this out. Then we can add back Boost Fusion. There's not a lot going on here. We'll summon out Booster Wyvern. Activate its effect. And then it's like... I mean, we're going to fuse, because we want to clear his Cyber Dragon. I assume this is a Cyber Dragon boss. I don't think it matters what we make. It comes down to, like, do I want to hold this, I guess? And if the answer is yes, then I want to go into this. So I'll go into concurrent. There is a delay. Chooses not to use it. We'll then set 1. Set 2. Set another monster. Go to battle and we'll just swing. Okay. Not the sexiest play we've ever made, but... What was his back row? We just got hammer shotted? That's very funny. Was it riding? I think it had to be riding. Right, well, let's go round again. Reveal that we have boost. We'll grab this. No. I guess we go Booster Wyvern first. We'll go ahead and Tribute 2. Summon out the big boy. So this is where you could riding, but there's no real reason to. We'll then activate his effect, and we'll just put all of this stuff back. This is just a regular set, so it shouldn't have a lot of defense. Right, we'll go Booster Wyvern. Activate the effect. We're going to go Dragon's Boost. Go 1, we go 2. Summon out the big boy. Okay, here comes the riding. Activate the effect. Probably want to put just a load of mine back. Thank you for the follow, Ibra. Welcome, welcome. Let's put my attack back to normal. Thank you very much. We'll normal summon Beta Burn. Activate its effect. I'll set this. Go to battle. We'll swing over this. And then we'll swing into this. Okay. Again, the scary thing is going to be back row hate. If he doesn't have back row hate, we're feeling pretty good. Please hit the fresh one. Thank you. Now, don't have another back row hate. Okay, this is fine. Please do not draw into another back row hate. That would also suck. Alright. Ancient Gear Golem. I mean, this on its own threatens my board. We'll probably do this. Because, like, we heal off this. We could also flip both of these down, so there's no fusion play you can make. You also now can't use the skill. Cyber Entry. Okay, but you don't have another Cyber Dragon. So you're only getting that out. Okay, only 7. Then we'll go Beta Burn. Activate its effect. Cinema! Absolute cinema. We just burn the man to death through 3 sets. Oh, this is a very silly deck. Was that a good... I think that was a good enough replay. Like, it wasn't a great replay, but, like, it was a real game. Hello, Baj. Welcome, welcome. Are you bullying kids? Yeah, we just need, like, 3 more wins, I think. And then we get into, stage 2. And then we're done with this. But how are you doing, Baz? How are you doing this fine day? And what's your new obsession? Because you were big into the Metroid, but now you finished the Metroid, so you need to build something else. Rarity with the love emojis. We love to see it. There was no cinema. I hate burn players. I mean, why do you... Alright. You say hate burn players. Do you mean you hate burn decks? Because, like... You know, I'm playing the deck, but I don't like this deck. I've been very vocal about the fact I don't like this deck. And I want you to like me, sweet. Speaking of which, I actually am a really bad streamer and I forgot to do this. I was actually lurking in your stream the other day, Shui. I was so busy, I couldn't... Right, I mean, I could have said hello. I didn't. I apologize. I was just being lazy. But I was lurking in your stream when I was busy. I think it was yesterday? Morning, how's the deck performing? Hello, Keyblade. The deck is performing okay, especially now that we changed it a little bit. But it's not really my cup of tea, if I'm being honest. Okay. We got stuff we can do. Got a lot of stuff we can do. That, do that. I mean, either way, we do this first. So we'll go ahead, reveal this, grab this. We have the wrong spell, currently. That's not the end of the world. But we have to use the spell, right? Because we use that, get that back. Tribute 2 gets me that. Summon. So I'd have 3 in the graveyard. Then it'll go up to 5 afterwards. So there's no reason to do this right here. It kind of is a bit crappy, but like this is what we've got. So we'll go Star Replacer, activate the effect. All of this, by the way, is just so I don't waste a Pierce, which is like arguably would have been better to just waste the Pierce, but I mean, do we just go Phoenix Dragon here? Like, this is probably fine. Meh. Right, no delay. Tribute both. Summon this out. Then we'll go Booster Wyvern. Activate the effect. We'll then use... Ooh. There was no reason to do this, because now I'm not going to get my double draw. Why am I like this? Alright, we're just going to do this now. There was literally no reason to do that. I was like, oh, we always use the effect when we summon it. This is fine. We'll be fine. Everything's okay. We're going to have the follow-up. That's what it's for. Back into the deck, everyone. Yeah. Alright. Brain dead deck, by the way. It is a brain dead deck! I love the fact you're trying to bait so hard. You're trying to bait so hard. Legit, I think... Especially if, like, you've played... Because it's like playing Joint Tech, right? Playing Joint Tech is one of those, like... The deck is very easy once you've played the deck, right? If you haven't played the deck before, you do still have to, like, get into the groove with it, right? Like, don't mistake me being a dumbass for the deck being difficult, right? That's the key takeaway. Okay. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll grab this. We are going to use the additional effect. Probably aren't going to need the Shady. We will grab Striping. We'll summon Striping, see if there's a delay. There isn't. Activate Striping. Is there a reason to go for one over the other? Probably not. I think we're just going to go for Blue Fang. We can add this back to hand. So that is actually live right now, which is kind of crazy. So I guess we'll do this now. Make some room, which we've been desperately after this whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get into the groove like Madonna. Something is actually using Thunder Nuggies. Everyone loves the Thunder Dragons. It's just they're not fantastic, right? But it's still a really cool deck. I really like it personally. We'll go ahead and use Booster Wyvern. I mean... It makes no difference if we do this or not, so we will use the Burst Fusion. We'll go 1, we'll go 2, we'll summon out Concurrent. Yes, I would love to reduce the attack of this. Summon out Beta Burn. Activate Beta Burn. We probably could have done this in a slightly different way, but this is fine. I like having 2 bosses on the board in case he has like a widespread. Alright, 2000. Is it going to be an NA, a slime, a widespread? Nothing. What does that mean it was? Because we didn't have any dragons in the graveyard, so I don't think he could have activated Phantom Bind if he had it. Is that motherfucking Pierce? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I still haven't finished Steins Gate 0. You haven't finished that? People that play deck are normally burn players. I mean, kind of, right? Teach us witchcraft there. I still remember. I remember when we played in we played in that content creator thing for Monarch, and I played against Shui in one of the rounds, and I played, you know, I just played the dinosaurs because we just play the dinosaurs, right? That's all we do. We're a one-trick pony in speed, and I destroyed Shui's witchcrafter deck. And then Shui swapped it out, went into Sky Striker, and obliterated me. Not even remotely close. Absolutely. Like, it was like I had wronged him by defeating the Witchcrafters. So bro came at me full force, absolutely dismantled me with the Strikers. It was a good duel though. I really enjoyed it. The only issue I had with that entire event was it was so late at night for me that I was just tired. I was just tired and cranky, and I was like, making me stay up late. But it was a really, really fun time. I did really enjoy it. I'll teach you Witchcrafter. First step, activate Creation, add Maid, Veer. Congrats, you pulled off Exodia. Amazing, incredible. Teach me Sky Strikers Witchcrafters. Taking notes, bar. Brain dead deck, by the way. It is absolutely brain dead. You activate Engage, add Widow Anchor. Now, Special Maid Veer from hand. Congrats, you pulled off Exodia. That's all we need. Apparently, what I'm hearing here is that Witchcrafters is just Exodia. If there's 2 different Exodias, that's quite impressive. I played Steins Gate at March and 100%ed it. Nice, nice. Damn, you're going to reach max before me. I mean, we've only just started. We've been grinding max. We started, what, half past? So we're going for about an hour. You know, just probably a bit over an hour of actually playing games. And then never started 0 until last month. There's a lot of games in that kind of ballpark, like the what do we call them? Visual novel like type games that I think a lot of people overlook, but they're fantastic. Like Danganronpa, really good example. I don't know if we consider like Phoenix Wright as a visual novel. I personally do, but it's also kind of not. It's a weird one. An hour of bullying kids and NPCs. That's just how we do. Listen, Konami wanted this to happen. They've set the system up. What do you want me to do about it? I don't even like the deck we're playing. Like, I really don't like this deck. And look at our board. We are not going to get lucky enough that the Charmy is going to hit our good monster, right? So we're about to take like 5,000 damage and it's going to hurt. Oh no, don't tell me you don't have it. No, this can't. This isn't the line, bro. You have 7-0 Magician in hand, so discard. You just didn't have a cat. Okay, we just didn't have a cat. If you didn't have a cat, there's nothing you can do about it. Why didn't you? We didn't even summon the 7's Road. We've kept 2 cards in hand. What are we doing? Brother. I mean, if the back row's nothing, we can go for lethal. I mean, We always go for lethal, right? I think we always go for lethal. Alright, we'll reveal the Blue Fang. We'll grab this from deck. Is there a reason? I guess there kind of is. How greedy are we getting? We don't need the fusion spell for sure. So we'll grab out the striping. We'll flip up this striping. Activate the effect. We'll get this out. Yes. I can grab this back. It's 3+. No trap there. So nothing's really changed up to this point. We'll go Booster Wyvern. Activate the effect. So this is just lethal. I don't need to go any further. So the question is, how much further do we want to go? We go 1, we go 2. Summon this out. We do lose to, like, any legend or slime. So, like, we're not, like, all the way there. We'll summon out the Beta Burn. Activate the Beta Burn. We'll use this. We'll send this. I think we don't set this. Although I don't think it matters too much. No, it kind of does. Right, we'll go to battle. We'll swing. There is a delay. Okay. Is it a legend or is it slime? It is a legend. Okay, well, there was no way we could kill through a legend. We literally would have had to find one of our 2 back row hate. So we played that as well as we could have, I think. Best of 5, Brad versus Tomato. Brad would probably style on me. Ace Attorney is mostly defined as puzzle and visual novel. I think that's fine, though. A lot of visual novels are kind of puzzle games as well. Like Professor Layton, I think, is more on the puzzle side, but it's kind of visual novel-y. Yes, the new Witchcrafter support is so broken you can easily assemble Exodia going first with 1 to 2 cards. That sounds pretty damn good. Lots of draw power. This is defo worse than a Shorn opponent? What do we consider a Shorn opponent? I can easily loop Dragon Summoner multiple times and just get ahead with Summoner Sock. Nice. It's really better to retrieve Booster Dragon from deck and not graveyard. So getting it from the deck thins out the deck, which means we're more likely to find high levels, which is better. And we want to fill up our graveyard, right? We want more cards in the graveyard because then we have, you know, more fuel for Red Boot, Pot of Avarice. Did he also just win the 33% on the snipe? Oh, that feels bad. Okay. I mean, we're still fine, right? But, like, was that the only card we set last turn? If it was the only card we set and there wasn't a delay before that, then it's fine. No, I think we didn't. I think that was the only card we set last turn, so I think he was always sniping that card, so it's fine. We specifically didn't play the Striping Wyvern because we didn't want to get it flipped up and then attacked over by, like, you know, a big, like, 4,500 guy in case he went into Charmy. All right. Now, the big, scary thing here is we still need to find a boss, and we have 2 cards in our hand currently. Okay, that gets us there. Again, it's going to come down to, is his back row relevant? Is it possible he's drawn 2 relevant trap cards back to back? We do have another one we can get. The question becomes, is it worth it? Probably not. Alright, we'll go Striping here. Activate Striping. Special this. There's no reason to leave the graveyard as it is right now, so we'll go ahead and use it. We'll put back 1, 2, 3... Put these back. We don't have any way to get another normal summon, so I don't know if Phoenix Dragon is relevant here. We go Booster Wyvern, because this should just be enough to find the lethal anyway. We go Dragon's Boost, we go 1, we go 2, we summon this. If he has another, like, combat trap, there was nothing we could do anyway. But by playing a level 9, we play around slime. Which is, like, the most important part. Alright, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want just all of this back in my deck, I think. Kind of want these as well. Oh, we've got all 9. Okay, we'll just put all my cards back. I don't need to mess with your graveyard. You can have your graveyard. Just wait. We'll get there. There we go. Alright. What trap card could he possibly have to stop me here? Like, he can't use any limit 1s? I guess he could have had, what is it, the trap card where you pay life points to destroy an attacking monster. A short opponent is like a bot or they defo throw. I mean, that's most people playing this game. I am a short opponent by that logic then. I'm basically a bot. I feel like the odds of drawing 1 out of 6 bosses is already pretty good. Yeah, but why would you not maximize it, right? For what reason would you have to grab one from the graveyard, right? So I've given you a reason why grabbing one from the deck is better, and then the response was effectively, like, didn't dispute that, and also didn't give me a reason why taking one from graveyard would be better, right? So I don't know. I don't think it's better. Like, in my mind, there's literally no reason to not take from deck, because there is a positive reason to take from deck, and there is no negative, and there's no positive reason to take one from graveyard, right? It just, I don't know, it just seems very strange to have that as an argument. Widespread? I mean, it couldn't be widespread because NA was in the graveyard, right? So as soon as we knew the legend was gone, it was like, what else could he have? Because we could have gone for the concurrent, but concurrent is level 8, so it would lose to slime. That was really the only decision we needed to make, right? UO, the gatekeeper, at 99, stopping us from getting to 100. Because you also wouldn't want to draw too many bosses, and more low-level materials means summoning options. It depends, though, if you still have the skill active, and you can still search out the striping, then it doesn't matter, right? And you do want to find 2 bosses in that situation. Now, it depends on the situation overall, right? If you don't have the skill access, if you don't have many, like, low levels left in deck, there could be an argument. But it's not a very good argument. Regardless, I think 90% of the time, you're always better off taking from deck. There will be, like, very hyper-specific situations where you shouldn't do that. But again, I don't think they're going to be particularly common. We'll grab the Booster Wyvern here. I think we do this, because otherwise we can't really do much of anything. Mind you, what are we even doing with this? Like, we're doing this line, but, like, there's no reason to. Without Pierce, this just kind of sucks. Did we just set everything? But then we're stuck with dragons in hand that doesn't do anything. I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this. Even if we just went... Because we also don't want to just end our turn with 2 bosses in hand. So not using the skills... Using the skill always made sense. Maybe getting this. But then we'd have to just summon and then tribute anyway. This just feels like it was a really shit hand, no matter how we spun it. If he had face-up monsters, or if we had Pierce, we'd be fine. But I think we have to use this. Well, there's all 3 stripings in the bin. That's very annoying, but it is what it is. I don't really like any of this. Because I can attack over both of his monsters, but I'd have to give up an extra card to do it, which also doesn't seem worth it. Summon this out. Add this back to hand because there's no reason not to. We go Booster Wyvern, activate the effect. The question is, do I contact these? Do we keep this in hand? Like, there's a lot of question marks here. Going into a single dragon means that Vitristar just gets to pop it for free. I think the play is this. I don't really like it. But I think this does make the most sense. This way we don't just immediately, like, fall over to Vitra. We're not clearing both the monsters, but I don't think it matters too much anyway, especially when he's got so much back row. We do get a little bit of pressure applied, which is not the end of the world. This hand was just bad. This hand was just bad, unfortunately. Do you think Duel Links should get Mirror Force, and will it do anything? I mean, Mirror Force would be amazing, right? Like, the main thing Mirror Force would probably do is it would start incentivizing people to play more back row hate. And by that, I don't just mean... Alright, I am going to do this. I usually wouldn't do this, right? But this outs my board so easily that I figure it was worth it because... Obviously, we want to save it for leading. We want to save it for leading. But if he just goes into the guy, pops it, goes into another guy, like, I'm in a really awkward spot. Here, it should be a free Ashura Star, pops the back row, goes over one of my guys, and then it's like, does he have the material to go into another one? But yeah, people would probably play cards that can't be destroyed by traps more often. So that'd be what? Charmy, that would be Eternal, Galactic Oblivion. But also, again, the decks that are already really good would already be really good, right? We already have Full Orchestra. We already have Jointech, Rex. So the biggest change would probably be that Aqua would have a card that's just really good against them. Hello, Sakadetsu. I see you're burning people today. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this deck. I don't really like it. Double Brick. Do you want to deal damage and leave them with one monster or destroy both but don't take damage? Well, the biggest issue with going into just the one monster was the part where he would also get to pop my guy for free. And at that point, dying becomes quite easy, right? Because it's not too difficult for them to just make 6,000 damage. Okay, so he's going to get this anyway. There's nothing I could have done about this. You might as well pop the defense position monster. Because with one card, you're not going to beat 15. Unless you're playing... Is there anything he could be playing that still works under the skill? It has to have 500 defense. So I don't think so. Oh. If he has another fusion and an actor, we just die, right? Because he pops that. Oh, wait, yo. I always forget. I always forget about Vitristar's... It's the number of face-up cyborg. I always just remember it as pop 1. I mean, yeah, we... So, like... Alright. Let's rewind. What could we have done? If we instead just set 3 monsters, he pops 1, he flips 1 up, right? So, 1's just gone. He attacks over another one. And gets in for... I mean... Our guys had like 300 attack max. So we take 25. And then we take 28 direct. So we would have lived. But we would have had 2 bosses in hand. Which meant we're not going to be drawing many useful cards off the top. And we had to basically OTK him on the crackback. He would have been on 6,000 as well. Could we have OTK'd? If we got the best possible cards, we could have reduced him by 15, put him down to 13, and then, yeah, we could have OTK'd if we drew the best possible hand. Okay. I mean, it's like... We'll save that replay as well, because I think that was actually a good replay. That was a good learning experience, but at the same time, we have the power of hindsight, right? So, probably all spells low. Formatarians probably incoming. Yeah, the thing is, because even if he could only pop one of our guys with the Vitristar, we were still in a really bad spot, right? The thing that bothers me, though, is I lost to Mono and Ursus both playing this deck, And in all of the games that I lost to them, they just did like the whole combo with Pierce turn 1 effortlessly. And I'm like, how do they make it look so easy? And yet I don't think we have actually done the full combo one time today. Like, we haven't had concurrent plus level 7 in hand plus Pierce all on turn 2. We haven't done that yet today. It's because you hate the deck, so it hates you. Well, if the deck would stop being bad, then we wouldn't hate it. It's very sacky. That's what it is. It's just very, very sacky. If only your fusion monsters were high dragons instead. I mean, if they were, it would be amazing. But unfortunately, we don't live in that world. Umi. There is a better field spell you could play for this deck. And we're going to draw a card. Draw another field spell. Gain the 1,000. Okay, hydration. Hydration is still pretty cool. If only, I mean, we have no bosses, so we can't actually do anything here. Alright, the old set 5. We're going to lose one of our back row, because we know he's got hydration, but we can't do anything about it, so... Let's see what bro's got for us. Let's see. I mean, he might not have a way to... I guess he could have Curse. Hog immediately is pretty scary. He can also activate his Diankito. And he hit the only card we wanted to keep. Gets another draw. So we're probably taking 27. What is this? Get your mind right. So it's the gain 2,000 life points one. He just gains some time. Are we going to lose half our life points here? We might be dead next turn. Because even if we do get a boss monster, there's no guarantee we can kill. We got to kill through 3 back row. I mean, we're not dead. Thank God we put Star Replacer in the deck. Oh, I should have used that, actually. It's fine. It means that you're going to have one less draw. God, these bloody pierces. Alright. Our deck is not cooking right now. No, this deck is ass, bro. I hate it. I hate it so much. Alright, what's next? What's the next play, Tyrael? It's Headbutt Cachalot! It's gonna stop burning us! Oh, he can't do it because we need a face-up monster. Okay. Bro, we're gonna lose to this! We're gonna lose to Headbutt Cachalot! We're gonna lose to Headbutt Cachalot! Oh, this deck is so shit. Alright, we need a boss. Alright, we found a boss. We can now potentially play the game. We still got to fight through 3 back rows. What is the correct line here? Burn for 3. I don't think that's going to matter too much. Use that. We probably... So I can use that, go into that. That means I don't need, strictly speaking, to grab that. Which means I could grab that, activate the effect, send both, reduce the attack of 1. Right, we have a lethal line if his back row is nothing. If the back row is nothing. But that's a fat if. I mean, I really don't need this Pierce. But I could get it back with this. No, no, I can't get that one back. Okay, we'll get rid of this Pierce. Alright, give me this. This is what I want. Alright, we'll summon out Star Replacer. We'll fire off Inferno. We're going to hit just a random back row. Not what we wanted to see, but it's fine. We're going to replace... I don't think it matters what we bring back, really. We'll summon. Tribute 2. Summon. Summon out Wyvern. Activate the effect. Activate Burst. Oh, wait, I don't have a 7. I'm an idiot. Why did I think this was going to work? In which case it's not a lethal line at all. Why did I think that was going to work? Am I stupid? Don't answer that question. We already know the answer. How much damage is this? I mean, this has to clear this. And he's got a back row anyway, so it just did not matter. Well. This deck, man. I dislike it. This deck is like, it's so bad. It's so, like, brain dead. It's so just awful in every way. I despise it so much. I despise this deck. Because the thing is, even the other OTK decks would have won the game, right? All you need in Miss Mutton is just like Miss Mutton Pierce breeding. Good to go, right? In baseball, you can search out all the crap you need. Like, you don't have to worry about all of this extra stuff. And you can also play through almost all the back. I guess negate attack is still always going to be an issue for all of the decks. But like both Miss Mutton and baseball just don't care about widespread, for example. Ugh. Okay, this is fine. I think we don't flip this down because... Well, now I feel like maybe I should have. Okay, this is what we want to hit. Okay. Not enough Pierce? Well, that's the thing. Either we draw all of it or none of it. We can never just draw just the amount we need. It's very annoying. We need another level 7 dragon that, again, we just do not have. Which is, again, very annoying. But it is what it is. Grab this out. There's no reason to use the extra effect. We want to get... We can't get the second attack either way. We can still use the Pierce and just attack over. That's not awful, I guess. Right, we'll flip up Wyvern. Activate Wyvern. Summon this out. Summon out. Activate the effect. We'll go 1, 2. Summon this out. Summon out Beta Burn. Activate Beta Burn. Activate, and I'll send... Based on the deck he's playing, I don't think I'll need this Star Replacer. Then we are just going to use Pierce. I just want to get some damage in. Boop. 4,500 damage, what we like to see. Alright. We should be okay here. Wait, it's tomorrow? Uh-oh. Add Stop Defense to the deck. How does Stop Defense change anything here? Out of curiosity. I was not ready for that. Just summons out the peacock, immediately maximum afterwards. Okay. Attack over that for 26. That's pretty good. I got to take misses out, so I'm going to miss out on points. It's like, I mean, the points aren't going anywhere, PTRG. You'll be back. Ah, that hurts. Right, we need a boss, right? Well, there is boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have 5 in the grave, so I can just immediately use this. I think we do just fire the soft mail. Ideally, we get back row hate. Then we can just guarantee. That's not back row hate. It is a burn card, though. It'll summon. No delay. Tribute, tribute. Boop. Okay, we got there. We got there. Are you max yet? We are max. We are max. Because you don't have enough pierce, you need stop defense. Oh, you want stop defense as well, not instead. That's wild. Random maximum jump scare. That was the second Yggdrago that we stared down today. Burn maximum for game. Oh, alright, we got there. We managed to get there. We did manage to max. I don't know. I really don't like this deck. This deck just does not feel good. Like, alright, so this deck has a couple of fundamental issues, right? We can't kill through this some of the time because we have a level 8 boss, right? So sometimes we just get stopped by slime. We lose to Compulse. We don't necessarily lose to Riding, but we're not in a great spot if we get Ridings. Let's go to a different song. Let's get us off of Metaphor Refantasio, if it ever loads up. We lose to Negate Attack. We lose to Shiny Shady. We lose to Widespread Ruin. I feel like there's too much stuff that we lose to. So then it's like, okay, well then do you start stacking back row hate? And it's like, well, it's not that easy. Hello, Alex. Welcome, welcome. Part of me is like, Curse would really help us out because then we can just draw into all the stuff that we need, right? But the major issue we had with Curse is we weren't in a situation where we could force a trap card and then still have plays afterwards. It was always like, the trap card hits us, okay, we're kind of done, right? So at that point, it becomes really, really good if you're going second and you open Curse. Then it's fantastic. 5-headed dragon without poly? Well, I mean, it's just taking up space, right? We only need these. We only have 7 extra deck monsters. We took poly out because this deck, like, we were struggling to have 3 dragons at a time, let alone 5. Pierce is, again, it's such a pain in the ass card. Because, again, either we have no Pierce when we desperately want it, or we have 3 Pierce and we're like, I don't need 3 Pierce. I'm not in a situation where 1 Pierce is helpful right now. I mean, the rest of this is still fine, right? These are fine. Phoenix Dragon's fine. It didn't come up too much, but it can be useful. Beta Burn is fine. Striping's fine. I do actually think Star Replacer helped us out quite a lot. I think Star Replacer was sort of our MVP. But yeah, I don't know. This deck, it feels very sacky. It's like, do you open a really... Because the other thing is, you can't really influence your ability to have extra level 7s in hand to discard. Because the skill basically says the only level 7 or higher monsters you can play are Blue Fang and Red Boot. So you have to find just 2 of these naturally. Now, you could use like Phoenix Dragon to get one back, but that's going to be literally it. It's very awkward. It's very, very awkward. I was playing the old version of the deck, and it didn't feel bricky. I think the Pierce is bricky. I mean, you're right, so you're not wrong, but how does this deck win if we're not playing Pierce? Do we just hope our opponent leaves monsters face up? Because, like, that's a lot worse of a strategy. Like, Pierce is bricky. I'm not gonna say it's not. But I also think that we were getting quite unlucky with the fact that we found 0 or, like, 2+. We were never just finding, like, a Pierce. To be fair, we were a little bit, but then we just didn't need it. That was the issue. Whenever we had just the single pierce, we didn't need the single pierce. So it was like completely useless. Hope opponent has no out the 5-head. I mean, 5-headed dragon is a really cool card, and again, can just win you the game on its own. But in all the games we played, I think in total there were 2 games today where we actually could have summoned this if we had the fusion spell instead of Pot of Avarice. So like, it's going to come up so very rarely. Which is a shame, because I think this is cool. I really wanted to summon this today, but it just was not in the cards. But like, again, the thing you have to compare this to is it's like, why would you play this over... let's find the others. Where is Miss Mutton? Where did we... Was Miss Mutton... It was a Mimi, right? Like, why would you play it over this? This deck is just a lot more consistent. Does pretty much the same thing, but wins. It has protection. This deck doesn't lose to... It does lose to Buffett's Lime. It doesn't lose to Shiny Shady, which is very popular right now. It doesn't lose to Widespread Ruin, because, again, we get protection from Secret Order. And then, obviously, there's the even probably better option of Baseball, which has the same thing, right? This doesn't lose to Shiny Shady. And with Shiny Shady being so prevalent, it's like, why would you play just the worst version of these decks? So why aren't we on Poly? We aren't on Poly because there was, like I said, there was next to no times we could actually summon it. Whereas Avarice was actually useful. Gradius is a better deck than High Tech, even though the Gradius skill does nothing. Gradius has a similar problem to High Tech, though, where if you just see the cards you want to in the right order, the deck feels unstoppable. Like, the deck feels so good. Like, oh, if you just draw, if you just get, like, multiple in the graveyard, if you get option in the graveyard, if you get everything just kind of unfolds how you need it to, that deck feels unbelievably powerful. The issue is it's not always going to unravel that way, right? Sometimes things just won't happen how you need them to. So I found out my 2 favorite decks are matched against each other in the CADT tournament. What is CADT? I assume it's Archfiend. It's like Archfiend, Archetype. Something. It's the Archetype tournament thing that you've been talking about, right? But I don't know what the actual what the initials stand for. But yeah, I don't know. My takeaway from this deck is, if you are interested in playing this, you should just play baseball. I think that's my takeaway. I think baseball does what this deck does, but better. Like, what does this deck do that's like unique to this deck? The burn side is pretty unique. Only like no other deck is going to burn you as hard as this deck's going to burn you. So it's like, do you want to be able to have an option to win without having to go to battle phase? That's pretty good. That could be pretty good. I really like Gradius, not going to lie. Probably my now favorite of all the new decks. I really like Gradius. I like playing it. I don't like it when the deck doesn't behave, right? I don't like it when my hand is just dog shit and there's nothing I can do and my skill won't fix it, right? The problem is still the same. You're still dead for traps. I mean, yeah. But, again, that's why baseball feels a lot better, because it doesn't fall over to the same traps, right? It's like we were saying, baseball doesn't lose to Shiny Shady. Baseball doesn't lose the Trap Hole. Baseball doesn't lose to Widespread. It does, however, lose to Buffered Slime and Negate Attack. But those aren't as popular, right? Although I do think we are going to see a bit of an uptick in Negate Attack. I'm just not sure how much of an uptick. Like, right now, you barely ever see anyone playing Negate Attack, right? Whereas I think in the GRF, we will see people on Negate Attack. I just don't think it's going to be the majority. I think in top 100, there will be a handful of people on Negate Attack. Because they'll probably be in a situation where they're like, well, there's enough Aqua here that this is becoming an issue. But hello, Luis Fernando. Welcome, welcome. Depends what the... I'm going to assume you mean dominating decks? I mostly saw Matarian and Aqua, I think, playing Negate Attack. Matarian's a weird one. I don't know what specifically you'd want to be using that for. Yeah, I really like this deck. I really like Cyber Serpent. It's just Cyber Serpent feels awkward sometimes. And I really like having more Gradius names, but I hate just drawing into regular Gradius. It feels so bad. Also, hey, tomorrow. Hello, Neonex Noah. Welcome, welcome. I've seen many people run Riding. Yeah, Riding is really good because it's one card of yours which replaces itself. So effectively, you go minus nothing. But you can sometimes stop your opponent's like joint tech play from working, which is really, really good. If we'll be an Arcwin, a gate should be better. I mean, yeah, basically, right? I like this deck too. I would like it more if I had the cards. Yeah, I think I need to change this build. I'm not sure exactly how I want to change it. Because, again, Cyber Serpent is really good, but it doesn't work all the time, so it feels really awkward. I also think we probably take out the spell card. The cards that I've seen doing really well is people just playing Cyclone. Like, that seems to be doing really, really well. But fundamentally, the only deck that has performed well in a tournament has been Voltalon's Yami Ruler deck. We are in an ad break. Alright, 2, 1, and the ads are gone. Hello, hello. Yeah, I think this is fine. I need to tweak it a little bit, I think. I'm not sure exactly what I would do. Because again, the deck just hasn't been performing super great in competitive environments, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because I really like aesthetically and gameplay-wise, I think this deck is one of the more interesting and more fun. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, with that, I do have a very busy day ahead of me, so we are going to go ahead and end the stream a little bit early. We did get to cap. We could have played the ladder a little bit, but again, I have something I have to do at 5 o'clock, and then I have something that has to be done before 7 o'clock, so it is going to be quite a tight evening for me anyway, so having a little bit of extra time does make sense. As for GRF, I hope that you guys that are deciding to play in it have a good time. I hope everyone does well. I hope everyone has just a good weekend in general, I suppose. We will probably be streaming on Sunday, but I do have a very busy weekend, so I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to do a Sunday stream. If I do, it will just be playing in the GRF, and it might be shorter than usual. We'll have to see. We're going to play it by ear. If I can stream, I will stream on Sunday, because I do want to stream on Sunday. We'll see how it goes. But, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!